Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, today's video is going to be the annual video where I do my guitar collection update. Let's get into it. So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name is Ray. I'm a guitar player here on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in for this video. This is always a good video. This video is always, heavily requested, and it does well in terms of views and engagement and all the above. So just thanks so much for hanging out, all right? So before I pull out my first guitar, I just want to say that this collection is going to change drastically, I think, in the next year. I'm in the process of downsizing just because I've been playing a whole bunch of different guitars over the years, and I kind of got it down to a science as to what I like. So this video is going to be pretty interesting to reflect on next year. So anyway, man, let's just grab a guitar and let's just start, alright? So starting right off is my first electric guitar ever. This is a 2003 BC Rich Warlock starter pack guitar that I painted like Eddie Van Halen when I was a kid, and I love this thing, man. You know, it's been redone, reworked, put some TLC into it, put an 81 in here and a wraparound bridge and some locking tuners up there. But, it doesn't really play the best and doesn't sound like the best per se, but, it's just a cool, moment of my life and a cool, history piece for me. My first electric guitar, the BC Rich Warlock starter pack guitar. Up next is a classic on the channel, my Dean V 7-string, 25.5-inch scale, 7-string, ebony board, mahogany body, etc., etc., etc. Doesn't get too much playing time as it is just a massive guitar. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it looks cool, you know what I mean? It's got some decent play time on this channel. I've had it on maybe about 50, 60, 70 videos. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, dude, this guitar is awesome, man. And the reason why I love it is because it reminds me of the actual people who put their hands on the guitars and build them. They're just quality people and just awesome people. And yeah, the custom shop at Dean Guitars is pretty awesome, dude. Like, they'll literally do anything you want. So that's pretty cool, man. So yeah, dude, just a classic guitar for this channel. Alright, here's one of my newer favorite guitars. This is a 2021 Fender Ultra Luxe Stratocaster with a Floyd Rose. Now, I'm not a big fan of floating Floyd Roses, but I've since blocked it off. I put the old penny trick in the back, and this guitar is awesome now, man. It's become one of my favorites. I took it down to Nashville last week and did some recording with it and some writing with it. Yeah, dude, just a cool guitar, man, and it's just like a dream Strat for me, a Silverburst Strat. I mean, come on, dude. It's awesome, you know what I mean? Stainless steel frets, compound fretboard radius, all the above, dude. Just a really cool instrument, and one of my favorite Stratocasters that I've ever owned and ever played. Alright, up next is my Partscaster baritone. This is a Player Plus Strat with a baritone conversion neck and a Guitar Marie Veteran in the bridge, dude. Yeah, dude, this is a guitar that I really want to play live. Again, got my hooks in it just in case, ready to go. And shows keep getting postponed and rescheduled lately, so it's like, I'm getting antsy. But one day when I get in front of people again, dude, I really want to use this thing live and perhaps take it on tour with Scarhead. But yeah, dude, this is a guitar that I really love, man. I love Strats so much, obviously, as you guys know, and I love Silverburst, obviously. So it's like the perfect thing, like a baritone. Looks like EVH's, first guitar, but Silverburst and a baritone. Blah, 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 blah. I'm rambling, but yeah, I love this thing so much, and I can't wait to play it in front of people. Yeah, hopefully soon, right? Alright, up next we have a wild guitar. This is my Kiesel Multiscale Hyperdrive. I'm very fortunate and honored to say this next statement that Jeff Kiesel built this for me. It was just the beginning of our friendship, man. He called me one day, he was like, hey dude, I want to build you a guitar, and this is what we came up with over the phone. Just a mean, classy, beautiful aesthetic, and the Hyperdrive is just some wild looking shape, you know what I mean? It's like a futuristic Explorer. So yeah, dude, this is a really cool guitar, man. And for those of you who know the story, know that when this was built, was a really sad day of my life. So it's just a really interesting and kind of wholesome, kind-hearted story that Jeff did this for me. And yeah, I love Kiesel guitars. I mean, they're amazing guitars, and yeah, this one is very sentimental to me. Before we talk about this next guitar, I just want to say that there's two guitars that won't be on this list that I do own. They're currently at the shop, and they've been there for a while. They're going through some maintenance stuff, and I wanted to make this video and get it out, but I kept pushing it back. So that's my Dean Cadillac as well as my 92 Les Paul Standard, my Gibson Les Paul Standard. So I still own those, but they're at the shop, and I have to do dedicated videos when I get them back and up and running again. So just want to make that clear. But now let's talk about my most recent acquisition. This is a 2021 SG Dark. I can't tell if I like this thing or not, dude. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And I think it's just because it's the SG itself. The shape is rather unique, but this thing is a monster. I mean, this is like the coolest SG I've personally ever seen. You know, rich light fretboard, blacked out everything. It's a really cool guitar, dude. Yeah, still trying it out, still seeing if I want to keep it or not. But, you know, it's here right now, man, and it's a gorgeous guitar, and it plays great, sounds great. Just not sure if the SG style is right for me, I guess, you know? Alright, up next is my 2020 Fender American Pro II Stratocaster in the Mercury finish. I play this thing a whole bunch, man. It's starting to get, like, nice and broken in and weathered and, you know, all of the above. So, I really dig this guitar, man. Kind of love-hate with it because of the rosewood fretboard. It just looks kind of weird. But it plays great and it sounds great, so I love it in that aspect. Yeah, dude, just one of my favorite Strats that I've ever played. Alright, here's a silly guitar. This is a Douglas baritone. I got it for like 150 bucks or 200 bucks, something like that, off Reverb. It's got a dime bucker and a kill switch, man. I mean, it's a really cheapy kind of Les Paul copy baritone, but it actually sounds really, really good, and it's a lot of fun to play. So, doesn't get too much use. It was just kind of like an experiment, and, you know, this guitar certainly paid itself off with the videos that I've made with it. So I don't know if I really want to keep it. I really have no use for it. It's just like a cool thing, but I don't know. It's just here for the time being. But I can't see myself hanging on to this thing for too much longer. Alright, you know this one had to be on the list. This one has had a serious bit of modifications over the last couple months, and, you know, put some glow stickers on it and put a new volume knob on it. But yeah, in case you're unaware, this is my 2014 Jim Root Strat with a 2018 neck on it. This is the only Jim Root Strat that I've kept. A lot of you guys are asking whatever happened to all my Jim Root guitars. As I get older, man, I realize I want to become an individual artist, and becoming an individual artist with some things that are in the works, and, you know, announcements and plans that are currently, you know, behind the scenes. So all I'm just trying to say is it's time for me to you know, leave the nest, so to speak, and make my own path, my own journey. So I don't really like signature guitars all that much anymore. But this is the one I definitely wanted to keep, and just because it's a rare one, and the white just weathers so much, more beautifully compared to the black one in terms of, like, it just pops. And this thing looks like a 30-year-old guitar, even though it's only like 8 years old, man. This guitar to me is known for the break stuff video that we did during quarantine 2 years ago. Yeah, just a really just treasured piece of my collection. And it's had a lot of use, and yeah, this is the only Jim Root guitar I have left. This is the one that I chose to keep. All right, up next we have probably my favorite live guitar. That is my Reverend baritone. This is the guitar that I played at the Whiskey Go-Go last December, 2 months ago now. I can't believe it's been 2 months already. But yeah, dude, this guitar is awesome, man. The thing I love about it the most is how light it is. 26 3/4 inch scale. This is the guitar I'm going to be taking on tour with me here in a little bit. Yeah, dude, just love Reverend, love Railhammer. They've been really good to me so far. Yeah, this guitar has a lot of sentimental value to me, and it's got only 3 shows so far, but it's been played pretty good, man. It's got some dings and some wear, and I love it, man. It's breaking in nicely. So, yeah, definitely one of my favorite guitars, my Reverend baritone. Alright, everybody, I want to take a quick second from talking about my guitar collection and talk about today's sponsor. That is DistroKid. DistroKid is an online platform and distribution service where you as a creator and an artist can upload your music, and then DistroKid will send it out to the world, basically. DistroKid can get your music pretty much everywhere, from all major social media platforms as well as all major streaming services and stores where you can buy music. We're talking TikTok, Amazon Music, Google Play, Apple Music, Spotify, etc., etc. DistroKid has got you covered and get your music out to all these spots. Not only does DistroKid get your music out all over the world, but there's a bunch of tools built in-house in DistroKid for you as an artist and a creator to use. For example, you can create mini social media posts and mini videos. You can sync your lyrics to social media outlets such as Facebook and Instagram. You even have the ability to send out a text message to all your fans for new updates and release info, etc., etc. Basically, if you want to text your fans, DistroKid has got you covered on that aspect as well. Now, not all these tools are available. There are different tiers and different plans. I use the Musician Plus tier, which allows me to upload and release as much as I want throughout the entire year. But be sure to check out the different plans on DistroKid's website. And last but not least, if you use my link to sign up using DistroKid, you get 7% off your first year, and it helps out the channel as well. So it's a win for everybody. So I really appreciate you if you want to sign up using the DistroKid link that is provided in this video down below in the pinned comment. It'd mean a lot to me. It helped me out, and it helps pay the bills for me, so thank you. So all in all, huge shout out to DistroKid for sponsoring this video. I really sincerely appreciate you, and thank you for listening. Now, back to the collection video. Alright, up next we have a Donner single cut. Now this guitar, you know, it's just a mod platform guitar. I don't necessarily plan on keeping this one, so if anybody's interested, let me know. But yeah, dude, this is just a fun little video that I did with Donner, and they helped out the channel. But the unboxing was a lot of fun because of the whole spider. You guys remember that? About like 9-10 months ago now. But yeah, just an entry-level Donner guitar. Pretty cool. This guitar is cool. This guitar is an Ibanez Gio, I believe. And yeah, this is actually not my guitar. I mean, it is, but it isn't. This was a gift from a fellow viewer and a friend of mine. He wanted me to have this. This is his first guitar ever. And I say it's not mine because, you know, if anytime he wants it back, he can keep it. But he told me that, you know, keep it. It'll be safe at your spot, and, you know, just don't ever sell it. So it's here for now, but it's just a cool little memento of our friendship. And, you know, just a cool guitar nonetheless. So this one's cool. Like I said, it's not even really mine. I'm just holding it for a friend. All right, up next is my Gretsch baritone. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is okay. Not really for me. I've tried it, and I've you know, been playing it for the better part of a couple months. And at the end of the day, it's just, it's not for me. I kind of like the other baritones that I have. So this is the one that I probably won't keep, and I'll probably sell it. But, you know, it's a cool guitar, and it's awesome. 30-inch scale, or 29 3/4, excuse me. But I don't know, man. I got enough cool baritones, and this is just one that just doesn't really vibe with me. But it's here for the time being, and I've made some cool content with it. Sounds great, plays great, but just not for me. But here it is for the time being, Gretsch baritone. All right, up next is a Balaguer Espada prototype. Now I can't say too much, but I've had stuff in the works with Balaguer for almost a year now, and I'm anticipating to announce some stuff. But yeah, I love Balaguer guitars, man, and you know, they've been good to me, and you know, all the above. They're right down the road, so that's cool, local boys. But yeah, dude, Balaguer Espada EMG 8185 ebony board, stainless steel frets, roasted maple neck bolt-on, the epitome of what I look for in a 6-string standard scale. Really love this guitar, man, and Balaguer was talking about maybe making this a production run. But I can't speak on behalf of them. But yeah, this is a prototype for the time being. But yeah, dude, I love Balaguer guitars, and I guess we'll, you know, I gotta continue to patiently wait for some cool things down the road. So for the time being, this is my Balaguer Espada Silverburst. Up next is a Strat that I've yet to do a video on, and I will eventually, but it's here for the time being. This is a 2017 American Professional Limited Edition Fender Strat with an ebony board. I bought this used at Cherry Hills Guitar Center, and it is all beat up, man. I don't know how well it translates on the video, but I mean, it is pretty rough, but I love it in that aspect. You know, I think that's cool, man, having you know, having some mojo and some vibe. But it needs some work, it needs some new frets, and has, you know, something's wrong with it, but in time it'll get repaired, and you know, I'll be sure to do some videos on it. But this is more or less just a collection piece for me because these are extremely rare, but they're cool nonetheless. And you know, I could have bought one that was a lot cleaner, but I don't know, dude, something about ones that are beat up, or guitars in general that are beat up, they have more mojo, and it's just cool, you know what I mean? So there's something to be said about guitars that have been played in. There's probably a reason why. It's probably because the original owner, you know, really dug it. So you know, I think that's cool. Oh my goodness, Gizmo's here! Next we have a custom Gizmo dog, completely stock from the litter or whatever. Hey mamas! Hey Gizzy! Oh, hi! I'll see you later. Alright, up next is one of my more cherished guitars. This is a 1978 Gibson Les Paul Custom. I've had this thing now for about 3 years, and yeah, dude, it's like probably my most expensive guitar. It's since like doubled in value since I got it just 3 years ago. The market's insane with Les Paul Customs, especially from the Norland era, or just any Les Paul in general, really. But yeah, dude, I've had this thing for a few years now, and yeah, man, it's just like, you know, it was always a dream to have an old school Les Paul Custom. I had another one on this channel a few years ago, but that thing just didn't play well at all. So this is one I kept. And I love it, dude. It's rather synonymous with me. When people think of me or ask about my guitars, they often ask about this guitar. So that's extremely cool. You know, it's cool to have guitars attached to you, you know what I mean? So, yeah, dude, completely stock, knock on wood, no repairs, no breaks. Yeah, dude, just one of my prized possessions. 1978 Les Paul Custom. All right, up next is one of my favorite guitars I've ever owned. It's a late 2020/early 2021 Gibson Les Paul Standard 50 spec. It's got Duncan distortion and a jazz in the neck. This is the only guitar I used for the recording down in Nashville. I did some writing and stuff with some other guitars, but when it came time to track, this is the one I used, man, and it's just an amazing instrument. I love it so much. It's starting to get worn in nice and good, dude. It's starting to get some buckle rash and all that stuff. I just can't wait to see how worn in it's going to get over the years. But yeah, this is like my #1 guitar, my #1 6-string guitar right now. And I'm very thankful and very happy with this guitar, man. It's a beaut, sounds great, and I can't wait for you guys to hear what I recorded down in Tennessee, man. It's gonna be cool, and I'm just beyond excited, man. So yeah, this was the main guitar I used for that, and it's got some battle scars on it already, and it's got some dings, and it's starting to become, you know, very worn in, and you know, I love that, dude. So yeah, I love this thing. Very stoked on this guitar, and yeah, it's my #1. All right, here is my backup Squier vintage modified baritone Jazzmaster. I've contemplated getting rid of this thing just because I don't play it and it deserves to be played, but I'm terrified that if my #1 goes down, or you know, whatever, like it breaks, or God forbid, right, I won't have that sound anymore. So I've just been keeping this thing as a placeholder. Plus it kind of looks cool with the Antigua pickguard, right? It's incredibly unique. You know, I don't know too many other guitars like this one. So I think I'm just gonna keep it, dude. You know, it's not hurting anything being here. But yeah, dude, this is the backup to my #1 favorite baritone guitar. Getting close to the end here. This is a Solar E-type baritone. Beyond honored to say that Ola sent this for me. And this guitar is so sick, dude. I want to play this guitar live. I want to use it live. It's got my signature, quote-unquote, eye hooks in it, eye screws in it. Yeah, dude, this thing is so cool, dude. 27-inch scale, ebony board, Duncan Solar pickups. It's got this awesome trans black finish, you know, with the flame that matches my shirt kind of right now. Yeah, dude, this thing is so sick, dude. You know, one of my favorite baritones that I've ever played. Plays great, sounds great, has a really like resonant, warm tone to it. Yeah, dude, just I love this baritone so much, and incredibly thankful that Ola sent this for me to keep, man. It's an honor, you know what I mean? So yeah, love this baritone a lot. But my #1 guitar, my favorite guitar sounding wise, you know, God forbid if you know, you run that scenario, if you know something's going wrong and you got to grab one, I think I'd probably grab this one and maybe my 78 if I could grab two. But yeah, dude, this baritone, the Squier vintage modified baritone Jazzmaster, just sounds amazing. It has so much vibe to it. It crackles, it screams, it feeds back because of single coils. But when it comes down to it, man, when it's time to record, this thing sounds like nothing I've ever heard, and I can't get away from it. I've tried so many different baritones and so many different configurations in the better part of, you know, close to 2 years now, and this is the one that beats them all, dude. It's just so awesome. And for a Squier, you know, Squiers are supposed to be cheap, quote unquote. It just rocks, dude. It's so sick, man. So I've played this guitar live so much, and I want to keep playing it live and keep getting it worn in and beat up and have some more vibe to it that it already has. So yeah, dude, this is my #1 baritone, my favorite baritone, my Squier vintage modified baritone Jazzmaster. Yeah, dude, I love it so much. So that's yeah, my favorite baritone. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for this collection video. Like I said, it's gonna downsize and shrink because you know, I have a lot of guitars. I'm very honored to have a lot of guitars, but you know, you can only play one at a time, right? So it's gonna shrink, it's gonna condense. But I hope you enjoyed this video, man. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. A huge shout out to DistroKid for sponsoring this video. Such an honor to always work with you. Thank you so much. And thanks to everybody watching at home and supporting me. If you're brand new to my channel, you want to consider subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay metal. I'll see you guys next time. Later.